Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie, and I'm back. I've got a brief gap between classes, and then I've got lots more classes. Well, not lots more, but a couple of hours more classes. Oh, hang on a minute. What am I doing here? Right. So I'm trying to do this quickly, so I got all mixed up there what I was doing. You can all see me and hear me, can't you? I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can. I am live. Yeah. Okay, so there are some details coming out about, oh my God. Sorry, I've got the TV on in the background. And literally, as I'm keeping an eye on the TV just to see what new news comes up about the Southport incident. But I've already got some news for you about that, about where it was or where it seems. It hasn't been confirmed officially on Sky News, so I'm just telling you. But just as I'm watching, like to see what's coming up. So Hugh Edwards, remember Hugh Edwards, the newscaster, the newsreader who commented on the Queen's funeral, the mainstay of the BBC, who was, well, he wasn't even sacked, was he? He got a pay rise last year, apparently. He's been charged with indecent images of children. So, everybody's saying, no, you shouldn't say anything about Hugh Edwards, this, blah, de, blah, de, blah. So now he's been charged with, I can't keep up with all this news. I mean, I knew Hugh Edwards, all that thing about Hugh Edwards, you knew there was going to be more to it. People saying, oh, well, the guy who supposedly sent him the indecent images and he sent indecent images too. He was over the age of consent. Well, he was 18 or 19, and Hugh Edwards is a man in his 50s or whatever, and Mr. Prissy Hugh Edwards always, like the decent family man, it's, to me, it's not what people do in their private lives. It's the way then they try and appear holier than thou to everybody else, which Hugh Edwards did do. Anyway, he's been charged with having indecent images of children. So that's another thing. We'll look at that, but I don't want to concentrate on that. I want to concentrate on this developing incident in Southport. So it seems that this was a Taylor Swift children's yoga workshop. It's heartbreaking, actually. It's so children were spotlighted, and it was at this place, the Heart Space, which is a place antenatal and hypnobirthing in Southport, pregnancy yoga, meditation, baby massage. I don't know if I can read this out, actually. I don't like to do cases about children because you can't imagine that anyone would target children to kill them, would you? You just cannot imagine it, because no one could be more innocent and vulnerable than a child. What have they done wrong? Absolutely nothing. So it seems like it was at this place. But again, I've got to say this is developing news. It's not been confirmed. Let's have a look. The Hearts. Oh, it says content not available now. Hang on. Make sure. Let's have a look. So they do lot. Oh. Has it been shut down? I'm getting content not available now. The Heart Space Southport. So apparently it's some sort of Taylor Swift workshop, which of course you can imagine there'll be a lot of a lot of children would be interested in, because, you know, Taylor Swift is so famous, isn't she? And I think she's finished her tour of the UK now, but she recently did a tour of the UK. I do have a picture of it. Hang on. Sorry, I'm just trying to find. Stop sharing that. There it is. So yeah, apparently it's taken place, this Taylor Swift yoga and dance workshop with Leanne and Heidi. Monday the 29th of July, that's today, between 10 and 12 p.m. The Heart Space, 34 Hart Street in Southport. So this is apparently where it's taken place, but I haven't seen that being confirmed yet on Sky News. So that's scary, isn't it? So, you know, I know we don't know what's happened yet. We still don't know. I don't think it'd be a terror attack. I can't see it being a terror attack. Now, but then why is it somebody that hates Taylor Swift so much? Or is it like a domestic attack? You know, is somebody's child there? But why would they attack all those children? You know, or is it connect? You know, there's a lot. Taylor Swift, unfortunately, like any megastar, she has quite a few followers who are a little bit, you know, not all there. You know, I don't mean to be horrible, but you know, it happens to anyone who's famous to that degree, doesn't it? Is it just about that? You know, is it mental health issue? Very strange. Anyway, time will tell. We'll find out. Let me just say hello to everybody. Hi, David. Hi, Dee. Hi, Yvonne. I don't think we know anything about the actual person yet, as far as I know. Anyway, I keep looking out. If anybody hears anything, well, I'll be on briefly on live now, but I will be on live tonight after I finish classes, and I just keep looking over at the TV to see if anything's coming up there being confirmed, but nothing yet. Because it always takes longer for mainstream media, especially someone like Sky News, to confirm details of things, because they don't have the same freedom to do that as we do on social media. But on social media, this is what they're saying, that it's happened at this Taylor Swift workshop. Now, I just want to say again, I don't know that for certain yet. So I'm just telling you what's being said, but it hasn't been confirmed officially yet. So hi, David. Oh, I've said hello to David. I'll say hello again to everybody. Hi, David. Hi, Dee. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Pauline. Hi, Shelley. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Maria. Yeah, Innocent Hugh. Yeah, we'll have a look at that in a minute. Hi, Pauline. I think I said hello to Fragaria. Hi, Nanny. Trouble is now when I'm going down. Hi, Crazy J. I forget who I've said hello to and who I haven't. Hi, Heather. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Jojo. Yeah, you're not far away, are you, Jojo? Well, Andrew Snowden was on Twitter talking about it, because he's not far away from there either. I suppose I don't know if when he was police and crime commissioner, if it would have come under his remit. Hi, Julie. Is it Lancashire police who would deal with Southport? It's not. Is it Liverpool? Is it Merseyside? You know, I'm not very sure of the actual areas. But yeah, very well. Let's just have a look at this Hugh Edwards thing. So in the middle of everything, it's come up about Hugh Edwards. Let's see. Let's find. It's been. How can I put? Sometimes you get slow news days. Today's not been one of those, has it? Here we go. Oh, making indecent images of children. That's even worse, isn't it? So Hugh Edwards, so this is literal breaking news. Hugh Edwards charged with making indecent images of children. Getting this, what I mean, there he is with his daffodil and his dicky bow, like Mr. Blood Wouldn't Melt. Look at his eyes, though. Do you know, I always have this thing, these people with these sort of one eye looks different from the other. They've got something wrong with them in their brain, I think. So former BBC newsreader Hugh Edwards, who got a pay rise, even though he was already, not on the TV because of the scandal that broke around him, he's been charged with 3 counts of making indecent images of children. So 62, he resigned from the BBC in April after he was accused of paying a teenager thousands of pounds for sexually explicit pictures. And of course, that teenager got a load of stick, and his parents, his mother, they complained to the BBC and nothing was done. And in the end, she went to the police because she'd seen Hugh Edwards at an awards ceremony as if nothing had happened, and she realised that the BBC had not taken their complaint seriously. So that's why she went to the police. I did quite a few videos about that. And then the teenager got a load of stick from, people like Dan Wootton and people who, say, oh, he's just after money and blah, 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 blah. And of course, Hugh Edwards, because he was this shining light, I always feel a bit sorry for the BBC in a way, because they can't show the footage of the Queen's funeral because he commentated on it. So even more so now, they'll be bloody chucking that footage of the Queen's funeral in the bin or voice over in it with somebody else. Though I think they'll be struggling to find somebody who's not, what is it with all these presenters, etc. It doesn't matter whether it's BBC, ITV, you've got Philip Schofield, but you feel like it's sort of endemic in that society, don't you? In that, is it endemic in that industry? Because it's just one after another, isn't it? Since Jimmy Savile and Rolf Harris, all the people that were famous, and it turns out. Do you see what I feel like? Where does it end? And has it ended, or is it endemic in the BBC, and not only the BBC, but maybe just in that industry, because it's over on ITV as well. Now we've got the Strictly Come Dancing scandal. The BBC is going to collapse. I think it will collapse because people aren't even watching it now because they're so sick of it, because they don't believe a word the BBC say half the time. They don't want to pay their TV license because it's too extortionate for the bilge that they come out with. They don't come out with quality stuff like they used to. Everything's sort of, people don't watch TV like they used to, full stop, but also people have woken up a little bit. We might moan about society now, but people are so much more aware now than they were years ago when they just watched the BBC or ITV and believe everything that they were told. People do make their own research now, which is a good thing, but it's not a good thing for the BBC, of course. Anyway, so he was the BBC's highest earning newsreader at the time he resigned. And police have said his alleged offences took place between December 2020 and April 22 and relate to images shared in a WhatsApp chat. This is the other thing that surprises me about these idiots. He's putting it in a WhatsApp chat. Who is he sending it to? Probably a policeman or something. It's the police normally, isn't it, that send each other horrible WhatsApp chats? He's probably sending it to Wayne Couzens or something. So he was arrested on the 8th of November 2023. and he was charged on Wednesday, the 26th of June. So hang on. So he was arrested on the 8th of November last year, and he was charged on Wednesday, the 26th of June. I take it they mean this year, over a month ago. So this is only just, are they releasing this news right in the middle of this Southport thing to try and bury it, probably? So it doesn't attract so much attention. They've probably been saying, oh, wait till there's a really big news story out and then release it and people won't notice. Honestly, I swear they do that sort of thing. He will appear at Westminster Magistrates Court on Wednesday, the 31st of July. So that's this Wednesday. So it comes after Edwards was paid between $475,000 and $479,999 in the 2023-24 financial year, making him the broadcaster's third highest paid presenter overall. So says this breaking news story is being updated. I just want to see, oh my God, just looking at him now, you just think, God. Oh, and they said he'd not been feeling himself lately. His wife stuck up for him, came out and stuck up for him, said he'd not been himself lately. He'd been a bit depressed and everyone should leave him alone. Poor Hugh. Oh, poor Hugh. Same with Philip Schofield, using, other people's mental health as a reason. Saying he knows how Carolyn Flack felt. Disgusting. That's the worst thing of all. You've done something wrong, just own up to it. Don't try and make people think there's anything, anything wrong with you or whatever. There is something wrong with you. But, like trying to play for people's sympathy. Wonder what his wife thinks now. Is she still sticking by him? Well, I'll tell you what, Rolf Harris's wife stuck by him right until the end. Sometimes these women, honest to God, I wonder what is wrong with them, because they will stick up for these horrible men no matter what they do. It just makes me angry, because they're complicit in it. They're complicit in it by not condemning it. Anyway, I'm just having a look for the BBC website, see if they're saying anything about it. Yeah, let's have a look at their what they've got to say. So 13 minutes ago, they've released the same headline. Hugh Edwards charged with making indecent images of children. 3 counts. Yeah, it's just the same. So he was arrested last November. We never heard about that, did we? Charged last month, and he's due to appear in court on Wednesday. Honest to God, I feel 100% that this has just been released in the middle of all this Southport thing, because they know that everybody will be in the Southport thing and it won't attract as much attention as it might normally. Oh, sorry, I never changed it over. There he is. Hugh Edwards, holier than thou, Mr. Perfect, Mr. Perfect marriage, Mr. Perfect everything, Mr. Religious. He's another man of God, or said he was a man of God, but obviously not really. So, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Gosh. Dear me. Do you know what? It's it makes you speechless, doesn't it? Is it, what do you think women do that? Is it just they can't face it? Maybe they just can't face the fact that their husband is a child lover, and that, maybe they just can't believe it. Maybe he's such a good actor that they genuinely don't believe it until they see the proof of it. People don't get charged. Hugh Edwards will not have been charged unless it's true. You know, it just won't have been, will it? It's hard enough to charge people, famous people. You know, the police aren't going to do that unless they're 100% certain that he has done it. But it's disgusting, isn't it? 5 kids, Pauline. Oh my God. Yeah. Yes, David, dump the BBC and watch me instead. Well, I bet the BBC haven't mentioned about this yoga retreat thing, you know, on not yoga retreat, on this Taylor Swift workshop. Things you do on social media, news does go more quickly than it does on mainstream media. So what's that Maria's saying? We've just had one arrested for the same in Australia. Bloke is the heir of a fish empire. Yeah, well, this is it. The thing is, unfortunately, you know, joking apart, and it's, of course, it is serious. George, shut up. It's oh gosh. Anyway, never mind. Of course, Hugh Edwards is not a black guy. Funny enough, he's not a black guy, and he's not an immigrant. Strange that, isn't it? Oh my God. Anyway, I've forgotten what I was going to say now. Oh yeah. So what we have to remember is child lovers. They're in every walk of life. And, you know, the higher the walk of life they're in, the fact that they're a middle-aged white man, because nobody ever, thinks that they'll do anything wrong, because, you know, fools out there think that it's all immigrants who do bad things, or, you know, people of colour, not people like Hugh Edwards, respectable men, of course not. Oh, no, they wouldn't ever do anything wrong. It's in all walks of life. You know, a twonk is a twonk, whatever colour they are, whatever religion they are, wherever they came from, doesn't matter. Some people are just wired wrong. You know, it's not, you're not born like, it's not a sort of a thing where, you know, oh, well, if you're sort of royal family, you couldn't be a child lover, or if you're, you know, it's not in your blood, like, you know, because you're white or because you're middle-aged, middle-class man, you can't be any of those horrible things. Of course you can. There's horrible people everywhere, unfortunately. But, of course, the thing is, there's nice people everywhere in all walks of life, all colours, all shapes, all denominations, all, you know, rich people, poor people, or whatever, nice people too. And so that's the important thing to remember, because when we're watching the news and that, and we do see some awful things, don't we? And, you know, being a sort of true crime channel, if you like, you know, we concentrate on a lot of negativity sometimes, and it does get you down. But I think you have to remember that it's because these days we get to hear about everything that goes on all over the world. You know, it's not like more people are nice than aren't nice. But it's just unfortunately you never really get to hear about that. You get to hear about all the twonks, don't you? So, you know, there you go. Exactly. Prince Andrew, he's a prime example, isn't he? I to be honest, I count Prince Charles. You know, Prince Charles was 30 something and Diana was barely 18, 19. You know, that's the history of the royal family and those kind of backgrounds. You know, Princess Diana was just a broodmare to have children. She wasn't thought of as a woman or a person in her own right at that time. I mean, it was a different age then. You know, and he was already in love with somebody else, and he married a young teenage girl. But anyway, we won't get started on that. But it's in all walks of life. All walks of life. Doesn't matter how rich someone is. It doesn't matter how poor someone is. Doesn't matter if it's Mr. White, middle class, you know, Hugh Edwards, who, you know, looks so pompous, such a pompous, perfect Hugh, you know, the perfect Hugh Edwards. Of could be anybody. Could be anybody. Yeah, Lord Mountbatten. I mean, he was terrible, wasn't he? I mean, don't they say, I need to do a video about that one day, but of course I don't know if it's true or not, but there was boys on that boat when he got blown up. Wasn't there a boy on the boat when he got blown up that they think might have been, you know, might have been something to do with child loving? Don't know. So one of those rumours. I don't know if it's a rumour or true. Yeah, there were 2 boys on there, Pauline. That's right. You know, so it's endemic throughout society, but it's important to remember that there's lots of good people as well throughout society. So it's not everyone. Anyway, going back to this Southport thing, it seems like there's not much news coming up. I've got Sky News on the TV and I'm looking, they're talking about the, you know, the economy is, which of course is important as well. The economy is important too, I know. But the thing is, it's a developing story. So they've not had, and it doesn't sound like they've had any further updates. And I'm just on Twitter now. And they're releasing all this about Hugh Edwards. Now that's on a normal news day, that would be full-blown news, wouldn't it? But because these stabbings in Southport, because why is the American news coming before us? So on Twitter, on Jennifer Coffindaffer, who I follow on Twitter, she's an ex-FBI agent. She's saying all the news seems to come through quicker in the American news. I don't know. Oh, so look, mass stabbing at a children's dance in the UK leaves 1 girl dead and 7 wounded. People who want to commit mass murder will find a way. Now, we haven't had that on Sky News, that anyone's been killed yet. So why is it coming through more quickly on American news? What's this YouTube?
Hazardous area teams that they sent, as well as what they call merit doctors.
So the New York Post is saying 1 girl killed and 7 others injured in a mass stabbing at a kids' dance event in Southport, UK.
In Liverpool, about 18 miles away from here.
We can't hear it very well.
Not to go to the emergency department of the hospital because it is extremely busy.
Oh, what happened there? Let's see if I can put the subtitles on you.
13 ambulances along with specialist resource hazardous area teams that they sent, as well as what they call merit doctors. And a number of patients have been taken to the Alderhay Hospital in Liverpool. Now, that is declared a major incident. Alderhay is a children's hospital in Liverpool, about 18 miles away from here. They are asking people not to go to the emergency department of the hospital because it is extremely busy.
So I want to know, why did he get the news first in America about Britain? Anyway, that's very, very sad. So it sounds like 1 girl is dead. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. So that sounds like, yeah, 1 girl is dead and 7 injured. So prayers for the other 7, and well, prayers for the one who's died, obviously, in her family. I just can't, you know, you just can't get your head around it. Now, if we, just before I go, because I have got to go in a minute. So this is the workshop. Calling all Swifties, you're invited to a yoga, dance and bracelet making workshop with Leanne and Heidi, open to children in year 2 and year 6 to year 6. The Heart Space, limited spaces available. Oh my God, so people will have booked in for that, won't they? So, there it is. Join Leanne. Hang on, this is the website. Join Leanne, a qualified primary school teacher and yoga instructor, and Heidi, a qualified teaching assistant and dance instructor, for a morning of Taylor Swift themed yoga, dance and bracelet making. How sad. So, okay. Well, look, I'll be back after I've finished classes. I've really got to go now. You do get, I think in Britain, you do get kept in the dark, don't you, about things? Nothing's open, is it? You know, it's like you have to, well, I presume it will come out sooner or later. Let's see what they're saying now on Sky. Oh, hang on.
What has happened here, also
Sorry, I
hospitals in
didn't
Aintree
realise
and
I didn't
Southport and
share.
Formby as well.
You know, I
And the
don't like sharing.
Northwest Ambulance Service confirming its own major incident and saying 8 patients treated for stab injuries. 13 ambulances dispatched here at the moment. They were alerted to what was.
So they're still not saying on Sky News yet that one girl's been killed. So they're just saying 8 people treated for stabbing.
Going on. A specialist hazardous response team as well, merit doctors as they call them, who are here as well as part of the response. Most of that, in terms of the ambulance response, most of that is now left. It does seem to be police activity here, but obviously enormous concern for those people who have been taken away in need of medical treatment, and to reiterate, a number of those taken to Alder Hey Children's Hospital in Liverpool.
Okay, so they haven't really got any more information about that. Anyway, I'll be back later tonight, and I presume there'll be more information has come out by then. Thanks for being here with me. It's good that we can get a chance to talk about these things, isn't it? Because, you know, I think, you know, if you were watching that on the news and you couldn't, you know, come on a YouTube channel and chat with the people in the chat, etc., or hear people talking about it, it does give you some. That's why people like social media, isn't it? Because they can chat about, they can share their, you know, we have a sense of shared outrage when these things happen. And, you know, it's good that people can come on and share that outrage together, because it does make you feel better, you know, like it does, you know, because you're talking to like-minded people, you know, you're comforting each other, you know, expressing your outrage. I think that's why people like social media and they like the live chats, etc., isn't it? Anyway, I'll be back later. Take care. Oh, look, there's a dog. Hello, baby. Hello. There's Princess Tia. She's come to say hello, see what I'm up to. Hello, Tia. Oh, you cheer everybody up. Yeah, you, because you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so oh, she's a bit slobbery. I'll see you later. And listen, until I see you again, may your God always go with you, and prayers for the other 7 girls. Hopefully, they'll survive, you know, their injuries, whatever they are, and we'll find out soon enough who this man is and what's the reason, if you could possibly even have a reason for doing anything like this. Okay, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.